Well, this morning where we got nothing to do, we'll quick do a video of the ship, try and get different places, show you what each floor kind of looks like. It's kind of a nice little room. TV, nice vanity. There's a hide-a-bed with a little bathroom or a table. 4 nice closet spaces. Life jackets in the upper of each one. Little dresser drawer, footstool or chair, whichever you want to use. There's down to the front door. The bathroom is right behind that other door there on the left. There's the bed. They can split it to make 2 singles or leave it a queen. I think it's a queen. It's got a lot of room. It might even be as big as a king, but
no, it's a queen.
There's the curtain over our window. Haha, there's no window behind that. We've got an inside room. But it sure took me a long time to get used to not looking out that. Quaint little bathroom. Not bad. Stool. Nice shower. Now you want to really hear something. They don't use much for water in those stools. It's a lot of it, I think, is air suction.
Okay, now listen to this.
You ready? Now, if that don't wake you up in the middle of the night, I don't know what will. We had a little problems with it the first day we were on. We had to figure out how it worked and well, how much you could and could not put in it. And they're real good about it. There's always ice in the tray there. There's 4 sodas always sitting handy. Sodas cost you about $2.95 each. So you limit yourself on that portion of it. They've got a nice little store upstairs where you can get liquor pretty reasonable. No duties or taxes on it. But if you do consume it on the ship, they charge you an extra 20% for what the bar is going to lose. But what they charge at the bar isn't going to come out a loser at all. So anyway, we're going to take a wander around. It's getting close to 12, so we're going to sneak up to the Lido deck or somewhere and find some lunch. Hang on.
Not for a couple.
One thing you can do with the TV is they've got a channel which shows a camera right off the bow of the boat, the bow of the ship, so you can kind of see what's going on outside.
Do you want me to change it?
Yeah. They've got another channel which gives you time, temperatures of the different pools on board, outside temperature, water temperature, the ocean temperature.
What's this movie gonna be?
And as far as your channels go, you're really limited. You can find a couple of channels every so often that got something on them. So. It'll be fun today because you're going to see the camera swinging and swaying. I've been trying to catch to see what the sea conditions were.
What you're seeing
last
now.
night I had a little trouble with equilibrium. Wasn't sick to my stomach or anything, but I could not keep my head straight or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
So today is going to be a real bad day because I think we've got some pretty rough seas, which we'll show you in a little bit.
Some land.
So we're coming out of some of the open water which we'd been traveling through into an area where we should more of the inland passage. So if I swing and sway, it's because the ship is swinging and swaying drastically. We're down almost next to water level. It's not bad. Sleep good at night. But trying to eat when you're on the upper level can be real difficult. So, well, as we'll show you later on. Well, this is the hallway we go in and out of. Long ways down.
If they can see where the red carpet is,
Yeah.
that's the elevators.
So wherever there's a red carpet, that's an elevator. Takes you over to stairways and such. Long way to the far end. This is kind of the lobby area at our end of the ship. The elevators are on the corner. There's a plaque there that tells you where you're at. There's housekeeping right there. Stairways going up to the next floor. That's usually the way we go out on the gangway. Nice little seating area here.
Gangway's out.
There, gangway out that way too, depending on which side we have to dock on. That's another long hallway with cabin. Elevators again. Main floor. Elevators. That's the lower atrium on the main floor.
Take a peek outside.
And that goes to the outside. I don't know if you can see how rough the seas are. But a couple stories off of the water line, I'm going to say we got 10-foot waves, 8-foot waves at least. We're starting to come into the inlet passage, so it should start calming just a little bit, hopefully.
Why was that?
Where we hit the waves. We're going with the wind, so it's not affecting the ship quite as much as it was last night. I see we've got another ship from the Princess line. We're going to meet. He's going out and we're coming in. Real hazy this morning. I don't know if we'll see any rain or what, but there's what one of the ships from the Princess line look like. Quite a bit different. More boxy. I guess the cabins are considerably smaller than what we have. Not quite as nice. And there's a lot more people aboard each ship. They really pack you on. A lot of people have really enjoyed this particular ship, particular cruise line. A lot of people are saying how it's so much better, so much nicer, cleaner, friendlier people. One of the guys that sat at our table was talking with a gentleman, one of the employees on board. A lot of the guys are from Indonesia and the Philippines. They sign on, for some of them have signed on for as much as a 10-year tour. And they're on the ship for 9 months, go home for 3 months. So that's quite a job, leaving families behind. In fact, this morning at the embarkation talk, one of the guys was informed yesterday that he was the proud father of twins.
Twin girls.
Twin girls. So
just yesterday.
Today he will be, after we dock tomorrow, he'll be on his way home for a short vacation to see his 2 daughters. So it's a tough life. They're paid well.
Oh, I don't know what lines those are.
Oh, this isn't Prince. Norwegian Sky. Another cruise line I see. But she's a little more boxier, and her bow doesn't come out near as far as what it does on this one. So she's headed north, evidently.
Is both Sun Princesses on the other side?
We'll have to go find out. So,
did you show me the picture?
I don't know if you can see what them swells look like, but we're getting some awfully high swells here. It was, like I said, it was quite rough last night. We're going to give you an idea. I see some pretty good swells up against the side of that ship. Let's just watch that. Look at the size of that. And what I remember of how the ship is sized, that'll put you in somewhere the 8-foot range. There's toward the front of the boat. Nice chairs to sit on. Lifeboat's right above us. There's to the far end of the ship. As you can see, you can sit out here and relax. They've got blankets out here for you. In the mornings and the evenings, people walk around the ship on this deck. 3.5 laps is a mile. So you'll find people out here bright and early doing laps. Now this is off the other side. That's shooting down toward the shore. You see how that water is just beating up against the waves are beating up against the shore. There's a big spray of water. Like I said, we've got some pretty heavy swells today. The advantage is we're going with it. I don't know if that's an advantage or not. But I don't think it's going to be quite as bad now that we start getting here. I was thinking another hour things might change a little bit more for us as we get a little closer.
Hold the camera like that. Are you going off the camera?
A little bit, not much. The way the surf is pounding against the shore. Unreal. This is the, I think the lower promenade.
Atrium.
The atrium.
Yep, lower promenade, deck 3.
Rooms down that way. Several different offices. Nice place to kind of sit and hide. Beautiful decorations. That's the promenade, or the main up there. Nice stairway. A lot of nice little glass and mirrors and stuff. Goes up a couple of floors. Kind of a seating area clear up there. And that's 3 stories high. And then again some more rooms down toward the far end. Or all the way along here, I should say. There's beautiful glass doors. Big heavy glass doors for interior doors. Stairway going up. There's the excursions office back there. Front office where you go take care of any problems. Office is back there. The photo shop in here. Here you come get all your pictures.
Franz Hall.
Yeah, this is the Franz Hall Theater.
Franz Hall Lounge.
Mm-hmm. have their shows and their different gatherings. Another view of the photo shop. They take pictures continuously on the ship, disembarking, whatever. And you just come in here and pick them up if you like them. If you don't, yep.
You'll see some of them that we purchased there.
There's the coffee shop. There's the movie theater. And they even serve fresh popcorn. Here's the, I think it's called the Pinnacle Grill. You're wined and dined in high style in there. Some beautiful artwork, where they've got the windows done up, decorated out. A bunch of awards. Hello. Some more of the awards. Got a small arcade. This is usually where we get lost now. There's one of the lifeboats just outside the door. We're on the 4th floor. Find beautiful stuff like this throughout the town, or throughout the ship. Just ease on through. Kind of a little lounge area. They're setting up for a private party. I think it was the Mariners or something. Frequent sailor mileage. This is the Upper Rotterdam dining area. There's the library. In the library is where the computers are at. Artwork. Have a little area where you can sit and play cards or whatever, play games, have a cup of coffee. A bit of a casino back in there. A lot of machines, tables, roulette wheels, that type of stuff. There's a piece of art, all covered in nickels, I think, and coins anyway. Pennies, excuse me. This is the lower dining area. That's our table right there. Getting it ready for this evening. There's where we've been sitting every evening, well, a couple evenings anyway. Well, I don't know if you can make it out, but there's a Another cruise ship back in there that we'd met a little while ago in the fog. There's a tugboat heading up, pulling a barge. Looks like a salvage barge of some kind, got several cranes on it. Or else he's going up to get some shipping containers, and they use those cranes to load. So we're in a narrow area now where I think we'll see a lot of that kind of traffic. Sorry about all that. Well, this is the Lido deck, the back pool. Nice days you can come up here and sit and relax in the sun. Tables to eat your dinner outside. There's a bar back in there. And then there's an upper area which takes you up to the sports deck. Now the water has calmed down considerably. We're not out in the great, out in the open anymore. We've kind of gone down into the inlet passage now, so wind isn't as bad. Ship isn't rocking and swaying front to back. It is still some side to side.
You watch the pool.
As you can tell by watching the water in the pool go from one side to the other.
Not too bad though.
No, it's not bad today. Other than this morning now. It was a lot worse earlier. This is the Lido restaurant. You got a buffet over there. There's a sushi bar or something there. Desserts there, and then you sit and eat along the outside edge. And you can come out here and eat if you want to. This is the pool area on the Lido deck. You know, the old customer's grazing bar. Pool, hot tubs, dining area there.
This is where the roof slides open if they want it to be open.
And you can kind of watch what's going on outside. This is from the other end. A bar up there. Tables. Pool. Hot tub. 2 of them. And back over here they've got a little hamburger hot dog kitchen thing with a little bar, and then there's pizza over there also, so you can come up here and eat something simple. And the ceiling will open. In fact, it's open probably about 6 foot wide right now. Let some of the humidity out. This is the crow's nest. Nice little area you can sit and watch where we're going. Got a little bar up front. I think that's the ship that left just ahead of us from Ketchikan. We chased it most of the way down, but last night we got ahead of it for a little while. Whether we were trying to block wind for it or what, I don't know. The bar, band plays up here. We have a lot of evening parties up here and activities. A lot of them usually start about 11 o'clock at night. There's the beauty salon, so Mother could work her way on through if she wanted to. In fact, she's in there looking around right now. And you can even get a sauna massage if you want. A little bit of everything. They got a fitness room up here. We haven't found it yet. I think it's underneath the Rotterdam dining area. But we haven't looked real hard for it. This is some of the area around in Canada. I think right now we're about a little over 150 miles from Canada, or from Vancouver. Running a real narrow straight, which we're kind of weaving back and forth and taking our sweet time going through. So we're up here just kind of watching us go through. Even in here where we're really sheltered, the wind is coming down the straight pretty heavy, and so we've got some pretty rough water in here. We're just tipping and leaning and not bobbing so much, but things are kind of smoky in through here. I don't know. They got a fire or something up in here. Marcia thought she seen earlier when we were coming through one of the areas. There might have been something. You can kind of smell it in the air. There's quite a few of these spots that are cleared out. A lot of new growth coming in. I don't know if it's because of logging or what the case is, but especially on the other side of the channel, there's quite a bit of it. You can see right through there's a lot of new stuff coming in that clearing. So I don't know if it's just an area that they logged off and replanted, and now they'll log some of the other stuff here a little later on. I'm not sure how they're doing it or what they're doing. Or the spot burn. There's a spot that looks recently logged out. You can see a lot of little stuff laying yet, and all the bigger pieces are gone. A few trees left standing in there. It's just been virtually just cleaned out, nothing. So it may be such that they'll be coming in here shortly, and this year yet, try to transplant some trees. Or just let Mother Nature transplant them on her own, like some of the other spots. There's another area back in there that's been logged out. But you can see a lot of new stuff coming up in there. And it looks really nice. It's really green. Well, there might be part of the reason we can smell some smoke. It looks like a campground right up in there. I don't know where they would be coming from. Is that, if I understand it right, it's out on an island. Unless they're ferried over and they set up camp. Don't know what to tell you. Nice place to retire to. Out on an island.
There must be, what, 4 homes there? 3 homes?
And all I see is the boat. Looks like 3 homes in there. Whether it's one of the local tribes, that's where a family lives, or what. There might be a road going out that way. that's been logged out heavily. There's a road through the middle of it. Right up in there is an area that's been logged out. And it's got a lot of new growth in it. So I imagine it's been done a while ago. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very hazy out. Beautiful high mountains. There's another island, just kind of sitting out there. Probably about, kind of guessing at an 80-acre island or so, about that size. A little less. Well, there's a stack of logs. Look like they skidded a bunch of trees down. And there's kind of a ramp where they either park a barge up against there and load it or what, I'm not sure. See a truck back in there. There's a little shack back in amongst all of that. There's an area that's been fresh cut. Kind of strange the way they do it, just come out here and cut patches. Some areas where they cleaned it, logged it out heavily. And they've got some beautiful new growth in there. It's really looking good. Well, there's a house in the cove. A bunch of logs, another building sitting there. Road down to a dock, so they must get a ferry in there. Flag flying. Huh? Must be a little community up in there. Several houses up in there, isn't there? Camper, trailer houses. Boat dock.
Looks like a little community.
There's a fishing boat going along, dragging its nets. Another big area that's been clear cut, and it's starting to grow in nicely. It looks beautiful. A lot of greenery in it. There's the channel we're headed down. You can tell there's an island, there's another island. Get around them through the water. Kind of what we're doing, kind of sneaking down between here on the inside passage. Here comes a fishing boat up toward us. Cutting through the waves. There's another community right there. They're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I think a lot of them either are for fishing or for forest or logging. I haven't seen much for roads going in and out. The only thing I can think of is probably done by ferry. Well, there's a dock there. I don't know for sure what all's there. And there's a campground. Campers in it. House right there. Barrier up to kind of stop the wind from or the waves from coming into the docks. A marina right there. There's a fairly decent sized boat. Kind of a nice little community buried up in, stuffed up into this cove. Yeah. That small village. We just saw a tug pulling a big pile of posts up, hauling a bunch up for the sawmill. There's a ferry, I think. So it looks like it. Since most everything's got to come up by ferry and by barge. All the barges full of sawdust. And I don't know if that's what they're using to fuel this power plant or not. Get down here another mile or so, maybe I can see, because there's another barge. And maybe that's a pulp mill plant. I don't know. There's a tug pulling an empty one around. Just pulled it out of the mill there. So I'm not sure. It could be a paper mill for all I know. Beautiful mountain range out there on that island. I think that's called Vancouver Island, which is part of this territory. Big, beautiful mountains with snow on top of them. Just beautiful. quite the little community along through here. Goes on down for a ways. Kind of a nice little community, nice and clean. Looks like they got some decent yards. Not an old community. Well, like I'm a ferry from across the channel. Taking, I suppose, people off of another island, taking them over. A little fishing boat. Quite a bit in that island. There's some housing. Don't know for sure what all that is. Outbuilding, I suppose. Hard to say. They do. They really look like they got some beautiful lawns. There's a nice manicured lawn. Another nice lawn. Nice house, too. Oh, this is a nice big house. Oh, got that place nicely terraced out. Some beautiful trees and shrubbery on it. Must be one of the head muckety mucks at the mill. Quite a few places, houses up along this hillside. A couple of cranes. Well, I don't know what this community is. I'm going to have to look on a map. But there are some bigger buildings there. And this thing still continues down the shoreline, the coastline. Another marina. Right across the bay, a lot more houses tucked back up into the timber. And that cove, here's another cove. The boats. There's a ferry. And the camper. Vehicle driving off of it. Well, it's getting toward the end of the cruise. We've just had our last supper.
Picking up the wagons here, huh?
Now it's kind of, we're within just a spit distance of Vancouver. And I'll bet we aren't moving, but maybe 2-3 knots at the most, just enough to kind of, we're just traveling with the wind, I don't know which. There's one cruise ship heading out. And there's another one there.
The one on the back side.
looks like a Holland America ship there. Yep, that's a Holland America.
And they may be
And there's
heading
another
out.
Princess. It may be such that we've just kind of sat back here waiting for them to come out so that we can go in. And there's another Princess ship right behind us. I think it's the same one that's been tagging us since Ketchikan. Been kind of swapping the lead, I think. Quite windy yet out here today, but we don't have the big rollers like we did earlier today. And that one there is leaving also, so that makes 3 of them heading out.
I wonder why they shut the light off. Oh, almost looks like an SOS stick.
They're flashing lights up across the front. That's what our ship kind of looks like. Are they really?
Yeah, because they're flashing lights too.
Well, that's what our ship looks like right there. If we were standing on that one looking at ours, they're the same type of ship. I'm going to give you an idea of what ours looks like at night. Well lit up. Like I said, it's just a little before 10. We've got to go down and pack all our clothes, so we got suitcases sitting outside the door, so they can pick them up tonight and have them to the airport for us. It's kind of nice. We don't have to move the rest. So we just have a couple of carry-on bags, and so we'll just we'll have to go down here in a little bit. I think we're going to go see if the ice cream shop is still open. Get us an ice cream cone and call it a day. But off in that direction is Vancouver, and I don't believe it's very far down the road. We're supposed to dock at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we've got an early departure number, so we could be to the airport quite early in the morning and get all our ducks in a row and be headed for home. It's been an enjoyable cruise, but it's been plenty long. We've had a good time. Had some big fun. We had the sit-down dinner. So, yep. Well, catch all of you later.